What's up, bitches? This is Woes with our Week 2 matchup in the PWC against a really nice guy and a buddy of mine, Dave, in the Minnesota Victinis. As you can see right here, he has a kind of pretty frightening team. He has, Victini, Thunderous, Cobalion that are all very offensive, and they can kind of whittle down and take you out late game if you're not ready for it, with very good walls and Mesprit, regenerating Amoonguss, and Florges. So his team is actually very good. He took a team very similar to this one to the semifinals of Booth last year in the PWC, so that's good for him. We have a very good matchup, though, I feel like. We have a Banded Azumarill, we have the Mega Metagross, we have a Swift Swim Life Orb Ludicolo, which can actually put in a lot of work to his team, except for the Florges and the Amoonguss. But the rest of the team you can kind of run through, and that's the other monsters he didn't bring included. We also have a specially defensive Cress, a Life Orb, Hydreigon, and excuse me, a physically defensive Miltank with Damp Rock and Rain Dance. So my goal was get in there with Miltank, set up the rain, let Ludicolo late game go in. But so yeah, I'm gonna lead off with the Miltank just because I want to give Stealth Rocks against the Victini. I want to limit the amount of switch-ins this thing gets because it really helps. Like I say, he just goes for a U-turn at that point, which I'm okay with. I just get up my Stealth Rocks. Here I kind of predict, it's kind of obvious I'm switching on to Cress. He figured that, and he did go for a Toxic, which was smart on his part. Try to get this thing dwindled down. I'm just going to go for a Psychic at this point, which is good because he switches out, and Stealth Rock and Psychic damage does a good chunk to his Thunderous, and kind of, he cripples it early. He is going to go for Dark Pulse. I know he can take at least one and fire off another Psychic, so he cannot switch this thing back in if you were to switch out, but he can take me out here. So I do switch out to my Hydreigon to prevent something from dying at this point right now, especially my Crest, which is really good, especially against his team. I expect him to go for like an HPX or something, which he does. I do live it, and I can just take it out with Dark Pulse, so congrats on Hydreigon. That's your first kill of the year. He is going to get a free kill here at this point, which I'm okay with. Hydreigon can't really do much except for the Victini, but it is Scarf, so he can. I'm assuming at least he had Scarf at that point. I can't take it out. I knew I can take one Iron Head with Crest, which is why I come in, and I do Moonlight. I just want to get as much health as I can back at this point. And I'm just going to fire off a Psychic. It is neutral, and he can't take me out once again. So it's guys a decent, I think it's 32%, which is a good chunk, and I do get a special defense drop. I do at this point expect him to switch out. I'm kind of thinking to the Victini, which he does. I wanted to Shadow Ball, but I did not have the balls to actually do it at that point. So he does at this point. I do Shadow Ball here, because two options: he U-turns, I get damage off on something that switches in, or he takes me out with a V-Create or something like that. So we just switch into his Florges, which does absolutely nothing. But I do die to Toxic, which is really nice here because I do get a free switch into Mega Metagross. And he has to switch out at this point. He does switch into his Mesprit. With Stealth Rock, he does get 2-hit KO'd pretty much, unless I get two really low rolls. But I do get the attack raise, so no matter what, this thing's gone. And I'm already looking good at a, well, it's 4-4 now, but I'm looking really good with Stealth Rocks and things like Mega Metagross. So here, once again, I think this thing is Scarf, so I will switch out into my Azumarill and take it, eat up a V-Create with 40%, which is still a lot, but hey, I'll take it. I'm just going to Aqua Jet just in case he stays in, and you never know, he might not be, he might be AV or something like that. So yeah, at this point, he switches into his Amoonguss. I'm pretty sure he is going to Spore me, which when it comes down to it, this is the one thing I want to sleep. So I am just going to get a little bit of damage off. I will allow him to Spore me, which I'm completely okay with. And then I'm going to switch out into my Miltank and see where it goes from there. He does Giga Drain, which was smart on his part, in case I did stay in and try to wake up. Yeah, I have two options at this point. I can either A, set up the Rain Dance and let Ludicolo go in, but he does have the Florges and the Amoonguss, which they do 2-hit KO, but they can also do some damage back. I don't want to stall that with the rain and everything. So I do try to go for a Body Slam and hope I get a para on something that comes in, because I figured it would be the Cobalion, but I do not, which is okay. He does take me out the CC, but at this point, Mega Metagross can pretty much run through his team. with the Stealth Rocks Victini will go down low enough where a Bullet Punch will take it out. Does about 15%, he drops down to I think 13. As you just saw, the Earthquake took out the Cobalion. This thing takes it out. So yeah, and then the Zen Headbutt on the Amoonguss and the Meteor Mash on the floor will just one shot them both. The biggest thing in this game was the Stealth Rocks. It really helped me with Victini to manage it. But yeah, the game ball definitely goes to Mega Metagross, getting 5 kills. Good job, man. And good job to you, Dave. Tough week. Mega Metagross just runs through your team, honestly. And it's kind of hard to, if you don't have a very good switch into it, it's really hard to deal with. But Dave does have a YouTube channel, so I will leave the link to it down in the description, and I'll see you for week 3. Peace out.